Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Desi here. Just kind of up late reading and working on things, and just figured, I'm wide awake, might as well make a video. so, Today I was reading a parable about a Kalpataru tree, which is like a Hindu or Voodoo like wish fulfilling tree. They say like if you sit under one of these trees, like any desire you have will automatically be fulfilled. Um, so this parable goes on to say a man sat under one of these trees by accident, and he decided to take a nap. When he woke, he was feeling hungry. So once he thought of food, the food immediately appeared. And he was so hungry, and the food looked so amazing, uh, he just went ahead and ate it. You know, Afterwards, he was like, "Man, I could really use some wine." And once again, the wine just automatically appeared, and he's like, "Man, maybe someone's messing with me," but he just went ahead and drank the wine. And then he's like, "I wonder if this is like if I'm dreaming or if these are ghosts that are messing with me." And soon after that, ghost appeared, and the man started getting really scared and terrified, and he's like, "Surely they're gonna kill me." And then they did, and he was killed. And it's kind of a dark parable, but this parable is about the symbolicness of the mind and how it creates with thoughts. This ancient parable, immense significance, shows how thoughts portray your whole life, and whatsoever you think, sooner or later, is going to be fulfilled. Um, so we're all creators, and everybody is basically a magician in this world. And we're all spinning and weaving our own magic world around ourselves, and then are caught in our own web eventually. So once you realize like our life work is our creation, once we understand this, we could turn our hell into heaven. We just have to paint with our imagination and thoughts from a different vision. The responsibility is ours alone. They say that the human mind has over 50,000 thoughts a day in a single day. So that's a lot of thoughts that are running through us. And, it's almost like, we're just like this radio station, and we have to tune in to which thoughts we want to listen to, because, there's going to be good thoughts, there's going to be bad thoughts. We're going to have judgments over each of these thoughts. And so we really just have to try to figure out how to dial our radio station into the thoughts we want to listen to, and continue to go back towards that station. I think like a Buddhist or a meditator, I think, is probably one of these people that kind of eventually get away from all these thoughts and can basically just maybe just ignore the mind completely, because I don't think you'll ever stop thoughts. But I think that once they get to a certain point, that's probably what enlightenment is not being bothered by any of these thoughts. But as regular people, it's a little bit harder for us. Obviously we all have that, we can all get to that state eventually if we practice hard enough. But when we're looking at these thoughts, like I said, we kind of have to train our mind to always go back to the station that we want it to be on. If we're letting bad thoughts run through our mind, and we're like, I'm not good, or all this, we're going to start feeling down, or creating these, scenarios to where we're just being negative, to where if we just kind of flip that dial a little bit and or just change it, be like, no, I'm great, things are working out for me. It's going to start to change the channel. And eventually, by doing this enough, by continually to change that dial from that negative mind space to a positive one, we're eventually going to be able to fix that dial on that setting. So it's like almost finding like your favorite radio station, that you like and that you just listen to all day long. And so that's kind of the goal that, we're all kind of need to head towards. Because, we do have the capacity to change the dial, and we're not victims of fate or karma. Fate and karma are just, excuses for people to live in the same situation, be like, oh, this is my karma, or this is my fate. And it's like, no, it's not. We're all God's individualized, and we are all the self-programmers of our own mind and our own lives. Um, so we do live in habitual states from, maybe the way that we grew up and stuff, but we can reprogram this by continuing to work at it. And, we can learn to broadcast happiness, joy, abundance. We just, like I said, have to make it a practice and decide that, today I'm going to live from heaven, from a heavenly state. Um, Find that dial, believe in it, and just let all that's good, all them good thoughts flow through the day. And today, I would like to say that, I want to find my forever station. That's what I've been working towards, is finding my forever station that I want to listen to within my own head. I want to sing with the angels. I want to feel the freedom from all the limiting doubts and beliefs, because you and I are limitless, and what we imagine and believe will manifest. So, this was just some things I went over tonight. And, I just thought it was beautiful. Just, always when I read that parable, that Buddhism parable, and was thinking, because we always talk about the Neville Goddard on here, manifesting, and it's like, the Buddhist and everyone, it all kind of ties into each other, saying that we are what we create and what we think about all day long. So learning to create, better, basically, for all of us, for ourselves and for the world. We eventually are going to be creating a better life for ourselves, and then for everyone around us, because it's not just going to stop with us. Because once people could see that we can create and manifest, by using our thoughts and by focusing our attention throughout the day on these positive affirmations, people are going to start changing themselves as well, as they see that, our glow up and your glow up. And, it's just going to continue to make a domino effect and make this world a better place. And, that's all I want. And that's all I hope for all of us. So anyways, just a little late night video. I hope someone got something out of this. I love you all. And, let's continue to make the world a better place together. And till next time, love you.